The weather's getting a little cooler, pumpkin spice is in the lattes, and with fall movies upon us, there are plenty of places to see them with theaters open and new films still streaming at home. This weekend is a busy one, highlighted by Oscar Isaac starring as a gambler seeking redemption in a Paul Schrader revenge drama. A Broadway musical about the events of 9/11 comes to Apple TV+. Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays a poisoned assassin in a Netflix action thriller. Kristen Bell is clipping coupons and laundering money in a crime comedy, and a couple of documentaries focus on Truman Capote's social life and the friendship of icons Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali. The 10 most must-see films, from Dune to Halloween Kills. Here's a guide to new movies that'll satisfy every cinematic taste. If, like Jessica Chastain, you're all about Oscar Isaac, the card counter. In a slow and measured movie that's both brutal and bleak, Isaac shines as an ace gambler and former interrogator named William Tell, who spent nearly 10 years in military jail. He meets a young man named Cirque, Ty Sheridan, who offers him a chance at revenge on the sadistic private contractor, a gonzo Willem Dafoe, responsible for miseries in both their lives, though William tries to show the kid a better way on a casino tour with his new backer, Tiffany Haddish. In theaters. If you need a feel-good musical for a tragic day, Come From Away. Commemorating the 20th anniversary of 9/11 and filmed live before an audience of first responders, the funny, uplifting and heartfelt Broadway show is based on the true story of 7,000 passengers who end up in a small Newfoundland town when flights are grounded following the attacks and the residents who go out of their way to take care of them. Apple TV+. If you could use a blood-drenched action flick, Kate. Winstead's title character is poisoned on her last mission in Tokyo, and the dying woman heads off on a wild night of revenge that involves a lot of death and befriending the teenage daughter, Miku Martineau, of a former target. It's all pretty familiar for assassin movie junkies, though it's fun to watch Winstead's hard luck, no-nonsense killer try to keep it together to a J-pop soundtrack. Netflix. If you live for Zoom chats, language lessons, Natalie Morales stars in and directs the heartbreaking yet absolutely delightful dramedy about the importance of human connection, even over the internet. Adam, Mark Duplass, is gifted with online Spanish lessons and has an awkward first cyber meeting with new teacher Carino Morales, but after he suffers a tragic loss, the two bond in ways that neither knew they needed. In theaters. If you're a Kristen Bell completist, Queen Pins. The mediocre crime comedy stars Belle as a suburban housewife who hatches an illegal coupon scheme with her vlogging BFF, Kirby Howell Baptiste, that nabs them riches but veers wildly out of control. The real highlights, though, are Bebe Rexha as their go-to hacker and the odd couple bromance between Paul Walter Hauser's dogged loss prevention expert and Vince Vaughn's by-the-book postal inspector. In theaters. If you're all about erotic thrillers, The Wires. Sydney Sweeney and Justice Smith play young couple Pippa and Thomas, who luck into a Montreal loft apartment with a great view of their sexy neighbors, Ben Hardy and Natasha Liu Bordizzo, across the street. Pippa and Thomas sneak many peeks, but get too involved when they witness infidelity in a narrative that features an effective twist and then ruins it by piling on plot turns. Amazon Prime. If you dig slow burn working class dramas, Small Engine Repair. John Polono adapts his own play and stars in the gripping and intimate black comedy as a New Hampshire single dad of a teenage daughter, Sierra Bravo, heading off to college. He invites his estranged pals, John Bernthal and Shea Wiggum, to his auto shop for a night of steaks, beer and reconnection, though the situation turns very dark when everybody finds out why they're really there. In theaters. If you're fascinated by literary enigmas, The Capote Tapes. The documentary chronicles the life and works of colorful writer Truman Capote, emphasizing the relationships he made in New York social circles. Told through taped interviews with old friends and acquaintances, the film focuses on how the beloved author was courted by the upper class and then turned persona non grata when he dared to actually write about them. In theaters. If you love 1960s history, Blood Brothers, Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali. Those who enjoyed One Night in Miami will appreciate this deeper dive into the real-life bond between civil rights activist Malcolm X and champion boxer Ali, formerly Cassius Clay. Featuring interviews with family members, the documentary takes a look at how they came together and how their brotherhood was broken when Ali sided with Nation of Islam leader Elijah Muhammad instead of his close friend. Netflix.